We are back. What is up, guys? This is my cat, and this is my co-host.
Steve Herman, what's up, guys? It's been 2 week hiatus.
Yeah, sorry for the delay there.
It's called life.
Yeah.
Shit happens.
I've had it's quite the busy 2 weeks. I had 3 separate family members rush to the hospital, separate occasions.
Yeah.
I just had my cat of 20 years die yesterday. Like, it's been pretty
bad.
shitty on top of work and whatnot, so I haven't had much time for this, but we are back.
We are back, and we hope you guys are listening.
And back in good time, too. WrestleMania this Sunday.
It's our Super Bowl week.
This is the Wednesday that we recorded this.
Yep.
So
NXT just happened.
We've yet to be underwhelmed by SmackDown, but we had a decent roll. I feel like it got shit on a lot online, but I thought it was all right. Like, compared to last year's Go Home Roll, I mean, I'll take this one.
I thought the end sucked, but that's just my
that was
opinion.
Stupid. I mean, well, it's Roman Reigns versus Triple H. Of course, it's going to suck.
I think
when the crowd is booing the dude that they're positioning booking wise to be the face, it's always going to suck.
Absolutely, but I just felt. I think it was worse than last year. Not the Raw.
Yeah.
I'm talking about that main event. I know they were grabbing the title, but I'm like, this is just boring. Like, there's nothing exciting. Like, they should have tried to sell us a little more. Like, have Cena appears. I don't know. Like, I think they need that referee.
All the jobbers come out and separate them.
That's
you already did that for Lesnar Taker
yeah.
very recently, and it's not even cool then. Usually, I mean, it was all right for those guys because they're
that was pretty cool
titans.
at Battleground.
They're titans, so it's like you need a bunch of people. It's like, come on.
I remember the night after Battleground.
I'm getting so sick of them. Among other things with Reigns, but just one of the things that really irks me with him is how they always try and bill him as if he's a really big guy. Comparatively to your average human being, Roman Reigns is a monster.
Yes.
He's a huge human being. All wrestlers are. Even Daniel Bryan is probably, what is he, 5'10" something?
Yeah.
That's a bigger, regular-sized guy.
Absolutely.
So, sure, Roman's a big dude. But, when he's also in the ring next to Ryback, Randy Orton, even Seth Rollins is, taller than him, you know? Brock Lesnar, John Cena. When all these other dudes in the upper card are huge, it's I can't buy into him as some, juggernaut-esque kind of guy who's just unstoppable because of his size when his opponents seem to either match his size or, are a little bit bigger.
Yeah, a little taller.
I don't know. It's just
a little nitpick for you.
Yeah, I don't know why. It just annoys me.
Yeah.
What does not annoy me, though, was that goddamn Shayna Mac elbow drop.
That was the best opening segment in quite some time.
That was,
what did it tell you?
The build-up for Shayna Mac versus Taker has been
confusing to me.
It's been weird. There's been some really high points, some really low points.
This was the high point.
I feel like they jumbled it a little too much, with the whole, retiring thing and whatnot. And I have some cool ideas about that I hope happen.
Okay.
But, this was, perfect. This is that thing, that you always want to do for a build-up. You want to give fans a treat of what's going to come the next night or whenever it is.
Yeah, the next following week.
But not everything. And Shane O'Mac just told us he's going to do some crazy shit inside that cell. Well, everyone was questioning. They were like, "Oh, he's what is he?
46.
Yeah, I was going to say 48. He's getting up there. He's got to watch his body. He's not 30.
Not 26, 30
younger
anymore,
30s where he's going to jump off the Titantron, which I don't think he's going to do.
You don't think he's going to jump off the top of the cell?
Dude,
I don't believe it.
I think it might die.
So would I.
It's so much taller now.
I know it is.
People don't understand that the cell is not the same cell that Mankind fell off of.
I know.
And a lot of people think he's going to go straight through the cell, which I think is worse. It's
Did
just
you
a straight fall.
Remember Mankind falling off in 1998?
Yeah, it's a straight fall. To say, oh, he has a table to break his fall, that doesn't sound great, but it's something. It lessens the immediate flat impact that you have when you hit solid earth, essentially. And sure, the ring has a little bit of give, but
not really.
Not from a straight fall that
Remember
high.
the Hell in the Cell?
Especially if he's not going to tombstone him through the top. So he's either going to choke slam him, which would put him straight on his back, which might kill him. Or he's going to last ride him, which is even higher.
I think that's worse.
What will he be falling from him? It's 11 feet if Taker raises him above his head.
Yeah.
That's...
Yeah. That'd be pretty bad. But, just this point and when he came back were probably the highest points of this feud or whatever you want to call it, matchup. But, when Vince announced this would be his last Mania, I think he botched it, honestly.
Yeah, I did not like that.
He should have just said he's retiring or something.
However, Will Taker's come out and said this isn't my last WrestleMania, which doesn't mean much because, of course, he's going to say that, kayfabe or not.
Right.
But what the loophole here, that I think WWE just wasn't paying attention to, is if Undertaker loses, he retires, right? That's the match stipulation.
No. The stipulation is he can't wrestle at WrestleMania anymore.
Okay, but if Shane O'Mac wins, he
I
takes
know,
control.
yeah.
So he
Could
says,
reinstate
hey,
him.
Undertaker, there you go, buddy. You know, WrestleMania is part made up of the Raw brand. You'll be fighting for the Raw brand. You know, like
Yeah, right.
it's that easy to do. So I could really foresee a situation like I'll just go into a prediction for it right now instead of waiting until the end of the show.
Okay.
Who gives a shit? What I think is going to happen is Shane O'Mac's going to pull out everything. You know, he's going to coast to coast, elbow drops off the top of the rope. They're going to fight around the outside of the cage. They'll break through it, everything. And he's not going to be able to put Taker down. Taker's going to do the same thing. He's going to hit him with a choke slam, nothing. He's going to hit him with weapons, nothing. Tombstone, nothing. Like, he just won't get him.
Hell's Gate.
So finally, he hits him with a tombstone, goes instead of going for the pin, hits him with another tombstone. Picks him back up, hits him with another tomb. Just like overkill. And Vince McMahon's going to come out clapping or something like that, all cocky, whatever. And then Taker's going to lay down,
Whoa.
pull Shane on top of him as a final, like a fuck you to Vince McMahon, like I'm not your puppet, I'll kill Shane McMahon in this cage to prove myself. But, you don't tell me what to do.
You think that's going to happen?
And he pulls Shane on top of himself. 1, 2, 3. Shane McMahon wins control of the company. Shane McMahon comes on the night after, post-Raw. Says, hey, Undertaker, I appreciate what you did for this company. That's why I'm reinstating you on the Raw brand. I 100%.
Let's see that.
That is the best possible scenario. What better could happen?
I think Shane could... I'm picking Taker.
And then the authority just stays? Like, you don't think they're going to change
There'll
that?
probably some kind of twist or something.
I can't see the authority.
I know you're a big
staying
Taker
if they
fan.
promise
How
him
can
that.
you see Taker losing 2 Manias in the last 3
It's not going to be a loss, though.
It is a loss.
It's not, though.
I know.
He's going to destroy Shane O'Mac to the point where Vince comes out like, oh, he's going to pin him. And then he pulls himself over him. So it's not like Taker, got pinned. He technically did. But, I mean, come on. You're an asshole if you say he lost that. Like, you're a dumbass.
No. Okay. But
You know what I'm saying?
I like that idea you have. The other idea you could also think, I really think there's going to be a swerve in this. I think there's going to be people involved.
There's going to be some shit, yeah.
There's going to be some people involved.
The company's on the line.
I think it's either your idea that Shane. I think Shane will win. Honestly.
Yeah, he has to come out. There's no way they promise the dead.
Why would they?
It's not like the authority is something that at this point in its lifespan, it can get much more heat. Like, fans have already seen it at its peaks and its lows. It is what it is at this point. So you promising it's going to go away and then it's staying, it's not going to it's not going to make fans boo Triple H anymore when he comes out. Like, they'll just be
right.
like we were for the longest time.
And
don't care.
The other thing is, why did they bring him back?
Yeah. There's no way he came back for, a month run where he stepped in the ring twice. I can't see that happening.
But, it's either, I think it's going to be either
3
that
times.
or it's going to be setting up a match for Taker for next Mania.
Yeah.
He'll screw him over and Shane will get
Sting could come out or something.
Maybe Cena.
Yeah, because Sting said he's not retired, which I don't.
Finn Balor.
Yeah. Actually, let's get on that. There's been a lot of news, too, that's been going on. Were we around when Hulk Hogan's case was settled?
No, we weren't around.
I mean, most of you probably already know all this, but Hulk Hogan,
$130 million.
Yeah, did he get another $20 million or something?
Yeah,
on top of it?
I was combining both.
Okay, yeah.
Insane.
We got a lot of Hall of Famers. Snoop Dogg's going to go into the celebrity
I
list.
love that you went to him first.
Big Boss Man, I don't think we were.
Nah, we haven't talked about Godfather, Fabulous Freebirds, Jackie Moore, Stan Hansen.
Yeah, a lot.
A lot of names.
A lot of stuff has happened since.
Joan London got the Warrior Award. She fell full of cancer.
D'Angelo Russell, biggest scumbag of the year. Not a wrestling thing, but also noteworthy.
Swaggy P.
Yeah, what else happened? I feel like there's a lot of shit that happened.
Bobby Roode and Eric Young departed from TNA. Rumors that WWE's interested in both of them.
Titus still suspended.
Maybe makes his dramatic return in the Battle Royal.
That could be really cool.
Yeah, it's pretty lackluster at this point.
When would his suspension actually be till?
Damn. That's 60 days. I'm not sure.
See, I don't remember exactly.
It was Daniel Bryan. When did Daniel Bryan? It was like February.
I don't pay attention to that jabroni. I don't mark dates by what Daniel Bryan does.
It was the retirement day. I'm trying to think.
I know, but you asked me.
I know. I apologize. It's probably like he'll probably miss it.
Daniel Bryan is a Rudy Poo.
No.
Or, everybody listening out there.
Daniel Bryan's he's won some time off. He's been canceling access events and future tours. So
apparently
what's going on with that?
Speeding up his wife's retirement, which
apparently,
is pretty sweet. I'm definitely pro that. Because Nikki's still injured, so we won't have to see the Bellas for quite some time, hopefully.
Apparently, Nikki can't wrestle full time anymore.
That's awesome. That's even better.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not a fan of her, but she did work her butt off to get back. I mean, to try to get back to rehab, but
Yeah, I mean, good for you, but I don't care about you.
no,
so,
no, I
you
mean,
know.
no. I mean, I don't hate her or anything.
Yeah.
But, she's just.
I hate her in the ring. Like, I don't want her as a wrestler.
She finally got good
at
at
that character.
I hate how people think she's like an amazing heel. She got good. She got okay after 6 years of shit.
Yeah.
She was just,
And she
valeting to
improved,
people.
yeah.
She improved.
It's not like she was that great.
She's not
either.
Sasha Banks.
Yeah, the only reason she got that push is because of who she is. Is like,
And who she's with.
I mean,
No offense.
And I get
Just
that's
saying.
how most pushes work because it's a scripted show. So there's someone has to make the shot. There's going to be favors,
Exactly.
alliances, between writers and certain wrestlers that are friends with each other. But I don't know. I can't stand the
I
Bellas.
mean, we have a lot to talk about. I mean, we got 2 pay-per-views this weekend.
Yeah,
we got Hall of Fame.
NXT. I'm
Villanova's in the Final
probably more
Four.
excited for that than I am for Mania. The NXT.
Well, you already know I'm ecstatic for NXT.
There's a lot. Like I texted Steve the other day and I said I'm real excited for Mania. He said, "Oh, why?"
Yeah.
And like
I was asking about what matches there's 4.
it's just it's Mania. Like the spectacle of WrestleMania
But
is a thing. I mean, no matter what, like how sour you are on it, you're still gonna like kind of want to watch it because it's Mania.
Absolutely,
Even if it's a garbage build up, even if it's a great, whatever it is, it's Mania. If you're a wrestling fan, you're gonna
your
care.
Super Bowl.
Yeah, you're gonna care. So there's that. That's just underlying. Obviously, I want to see what happens at Mania. It's the biggest show of the year, and I know the Mania after Raw, the Raw after Mania, which is the best Raw of every year. Generally,
Yeah,
is,
I would say SummerSlam.
Yeah,
after
that's a good one,
probably
yeah.
really good. Dudley's and Sting.
But
Jon
yeah,
Stewart.
I'm excited as shit to see The Undertaker and Shane McMahon.
I'm excited.
Awesome.
That'll be cool.
The New Day in any way, shape, or form, especially
Hopefully they
at
get a cool
WrestleMania
entrance.
stage. Like that's gonna be hilarious. I have a feeling they're gonna come in on like unicorns.
That would be amazing.
That would be so crazy
Yeah.
if they just came
Yeah.
down.
I would mark out for
with
that.
like unicorns.
But it's saying something, especially for me, because I remember last year we didn't do the podcast then. I was probably the only person in our friend group that was excited for Mania.
Yeah.
And this year it's the opposite. I mean, I'm slightly excited because there's some matches like I'm looking forward to a lot, but
Yeah.
then there's some matches I'm like I really don't give.
Yeah,
a
like
shit.
I don't care about the U.S. title. Like really, like
Stupid.
whatever. Kalisto and Ryback, I don't really give a
Like
shit
I
about.
honestly don't care about the New Day and
The
Wasted Days.
Divas title. I mean,
I care
I'm
about
excited for the performers in it. Like that'll be cool. But like the storyline has been lost on me recently. Like I don't know. It's the same thing over and over and over
Yeah.
again. Like
Well,
I'll appreciate the quality of the match, but I don't think I'm gonna walk away from Mania being like, damn, that was one of the greatest matches of all time.
Let's
because
hope for that.
there's no story for it. So as good of a match as it could be.
Yeah.
As good of a match as it could be, the stories.
Stories are
there's a
ass.
story, but it's lackluster.
Well,
like
all the
it's the same thing. Sasha plays some bumbling dumbass who just wants to fight every single week, and then her and Sasha bicker. One of them hits the other one accidentally, and then Charlotte cheats for the win. Like that's been the story every single week.
And all the stories actually leading up to Mania for the most part. It's kind of ironic. Reigns and Triple H is probably one of the better ones, and no one gives a shit because no one wants it.
Yeah. I mean,
It's actually good.
And again, that's what happens when you only focus on one story for the better part of a year and a half.
Yeah, but like the Y2 AJ feud could be amazing, but they're basing it off of a fucking crap chant.
Yeah, we were me and my buddy Dustin. He told me to shout him out on the podcast. So shout out, Dustin.
What's up, Dustin?
We were talking about it earlier. Like, why don't they have like? Now, the great idea, first of all. Like, this is an awesome idea. Why don't they have a Total Divas type show, but it's for the main roster, like, mainly male wrestlers, but you can do women as well, even though they're already on Total Divas. But it's a reality show that's shot every single Monday at Raw. Maybe you can do some at SmackDown or NXT, depending on what kind of program you want to do. But it's a reality show. So it's fake. It's bullshit. It's not like a real reality show. It's just like Total Divas, how it's kind of real, but it's scripted.
Yeah, big scripted.
But you do your backstage segments that used to fill the Attitude Era. Like we were saying, remember in the Attitude Era, like, everyone always attributes Stone Cold and The Rock and Vince McMahon. But like also in the upper card was The Undertaker, Kane, Rikishi at times, Kurt Angle, Chris Jericho, Eddie Guerrero,
Triple H,
Chris Benoit, Triple H, Mankind. Like there was so many
New
people.
Age Outlaws,
but then you go to the tag team division.
Yeah.
You have the New Age Outlaws. You have Degeneration X, which they were kind of the same thing.
Yeah, Edge and Christian.
You had Edge and Christian, the Dudley Boys, the Hardys.
The Brood. I mean, with Edge and Christian, Gangrel.
The
Ministry of Darkness.
DOA.
The Disciples of Apocalypse.
Yeah, there's just so many.
There was a lot. And
you knew all the characters in them. And then you went to the mid card, and it was like, oh, like I know about Test, like
D'Lo
Test,
Brown and Ken
Can you
Shamrock.
imagine Test on today's roster? He'd be the biggest jobber.
Yeah.
Like he'd be Ryback at his peak.
Yeah.
Like someone like that. But in the Attitude Era, he was a legitimate star.
He was getting big stories.
Yeah, they gave him stories. They gave him character development.
I remember.
What the fuck do you know about Kalisto other than he's a lucha wrestler? He was in a tag team with Sin Cara, and he's the U.S. champ.
Nothing.
Do you know anything about him?
Nothing.
Absolutely nothing. Kevin Owens, even someone who's gotten a lot of like mic time.
Yeah.
Other than he wants to be a guy who wins all the time as a prize fighter, him and Sami Zayn don't get along, and he has a high ego. Do you know anything about Kevin Owens? And that's a guy that they put a lot of focal point in. In consideration of the rest of the guys, because they still don't even give him that much time. You know nothing.
No.
Like, it's sad, but if they had a reality show like that, you could give these guys characters and personalities that they could flesh out each week.
Yeah.
And you could also weave in the Raw storylines so you could have an even bigger show.
That's true. Because
Like,
plus you
why
could
not
use
do
that for the
something
3
like that?
hours.
That's a way you can introduce NXT guys to the main crowd so we know who Neville is before he just comes out in a cape and does flips and shit.
Yeah.
Like, they don't even do what they... Remember Bo Dallas and Adam Rose came up and they were doing all those promos and shit? We don't see any of that anymore.
They don't do vignettes anymore.
I don't know why.
The last two were probably Bo Dallas.
The last one I even
Rose.
remember was on NXT for what's his name? They
just did a new one.
Elias Sampson.
Yeah, they just did a new one for this new guy coming up.
But still, like, it's ridiculous. Like
they still do a lot of vignettes.
If you want people to emotionally care about a match, like they did in the Attitude Era, because they cared about the people in the match. Like, you got to give us a reason.
Well, I remember Test got a high-profile match at SummerSlam. He fought Shane for if he lost, he couldn't marry Stephanie.
Yeah,
and like it was Shane. Shane was trying to protect her.
Like, I know more about just some random jamoke like Umaga than I do the average wrestler today. Like, that's sad. Like, I should know like more about why Cesaro, like someone like Cesaro. There's a perfect example. This dude can speak 6 different languages or some shit like that. He's traveled around the world wrestling. He's in the indies and whatnot. Why do I not know anything about that from his character?
And that's why...
Because he hasn't fought for the belt with Triple H, John Cena, or Roman Reigns.
I hate to go...
So he doesn't get any mic time.
I hate to go back to it, but NXT does a way better job than them. I mean...
On every aspect of wrestling they do.
Yeah, well,
there is literally
and
nothing...
Jordan.
There is nothing the main roster does better than NXT at this point.
No.
Like, I literally cannot think of one thing.
No, they can't.
Marketing. There you go.
Yeah. Well, I would just want to say... I watched it, maybe it was a week or 2 weeks ago. It was Gable and Jordan. They just had a personal interview with the guys telling how they fought in the Olympics and Nationals and how they'd never won the gold. And now this is their chance to win the gold. And like they just were, it was so personal and felt real. And you just wanted those guys to win. Even though you didn't know them, you knew about them after that interview. It was like, it was beautiful. Like, how the hell does WWE not learn from this? That's all you have to do is take
every now and then they'll give us a YouTube clip backstage of Renee Young being like, "Oh, hey, what's up, man? You feel good about your match? Oh yeah, God, I hate that Kalisto guy." And then you I
gotta fight him.
Yeah, like do something. You say, "Oh, these guys can't be stars in modern day." Like, Eddie Guerrero probably got more time advancing his character as the lie, cheat, steal, Viva La Raza. Sneaking around backstage, stealing shit and whatnot. Yeah. He probably got more camera time in a month at, a middle point in his career in WWE than, half of these guys who we consider, top underused prospects have gotten.
Yes.
It's so sad. You got... Who gets mic time? The New Day, Roman Reigns and Triple H, Steph, Vince... 2 of those aren't wrestlers.
Kevin Owens gets every once 2 weeks.
Yeah, he gets it every now and again. And even at that, it's very cut and dry. It's, screw this guy. I'm a prize fighter, blah, blah, blah.
If they let him loose...
Ziggler gets a moment on the mic every about 2 months. I still don't know if I've heard Neville talk on the main roster.
He talked on SmackDown.
I'm kidding. But you know what I mean. Remember, he didn't talk for 3 months when he came up.
Right.
Our U.S. title guy,
Sami Zayn hasn't said anything yet.
I don't even know what our U.S. title guy sounds like. I can do a racist impression in my head that I'm sure is probably pretty close. But yeah, I've never heard Kalisto really talk.
Sami Zayn doesn't talk yet.
He hasn't talked on the main roster? He has to have. I feel like he said something on the main roster.
I don't think... Oh, on SmackDown. Not on Raw,
I don't
though.
even watch SmackDown.
Yeah, neither do
anymore.
I.
I just
don't
read
watch
synopsises for SmackDown.
I don't watch SmackDown anymore because I'm working.
I
so.
tried, but dude, it's hard. I just have to go on Bleacher and read like an update.
Even Mauro Ranallo can't even change it. He's a great announcer.
They need to just switch him and Byron Saxton or Michael Cole. But then they'll make Ranallo suck if he has to take Michael Cole's job. Whoever has Michael Cole's job is going to suck. You know, Jim Ross and JR didn't have to do that as much back in the day. Like, I'm sure they were getting
Did you
plugs.
just say Jim Ross and JR?
Yeah. I only care about one of those announcers. Asshole puppies guy.
Lawler.
Jerry Lawler and JR. No, Lawler was fine back then.
Yeah, Lawler was great in the Attitude Era.
When he had JR to bounce off of, he was great. But Lawler has proven since that it was JR's greatness that made him so good.
Yeah, absolutely.
I feel like you could have put, anything next to JR and that would have been fine. Even if JR just talked to a chair. If JR just talked to an empty chair for a full show and we just only heard JR, it would be fine.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, switch Ranallo and Saxton, let Cole be a douche, and then have JBL just be hilarious every now and again.
Yeah, I could dig that. So, let me ask, out of the top 3 matches, so are you looking forward to Shane and Taker the most?
Yeah, Shane and Taker the most, then Dean and Brock. And this is, again, I was saying I'm excited. The New Day, I'm just excited to see them. The League of Nations is such a generic, boring group that
Waste of Nations.
I hate them so much that I'm really actually cheering for the New Day because I'm like, please don't screw the New Day and have the League of Dumbasses get this here. See, I'm scared about it. So that's why I'm invested in the match at least. That's a good thing.
It's not for the titles either, right?
It's not?
Nope.
Why?
I don't know.
Huh. I'm not as invested again. That just sucked it out of it. I don't care now.
I don't know
actually,
why.
That just ruined that match. I do not care about that match. Thanks, Steve. You should have just lied to me throughout the whole match.
Yeah, it's for the titles.
Okay, so then the League of Nations is going to win. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
because they've been winning the whole time. It's retarded.
Oh my god, that's so disappointing.
Yeah, I know, right?
All right, so scratch that off my list. But it'd still be cool to see the New Day come out either way.
Hopefully they get a cool entrance. They deserve it.
Sasha will have a great entrance again, I'm sure.
Yeah.
That'll all be cool. And again, I'm excited for the quality of the Divas match. I just won't be like it won't be like Becky versus Bayley for me, or Bayley and Sasha.
Well, Becky and Bayley,
because that had a real story behind it.
I was emotional with Bayley and Sasha. That was beautiful.
Lesnar Ambrose, of course, I'm excited for.
Yeah, that should be good.
I'm super excited for Triple H versus Roman Reigns just because of the crowd reaction.
Okay.
It's gonna be. Say what you will, and I think that, this is a reason why they're still even giving him a chance. Roman Reigns is a polarizing figure. People talk about the guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it or not, the guy gets talked about, and the counter argument to that is, well, if they put as much time into Cesaro as they do, they would talk about him just as much. And that's very true. But, again, like it or not, they do put the time they do into Roman Reigns, so he's someone everybody talks about. We talk about him all the time on here.
Well, yeah, because we hate him.
So, I'm excited just to see what's going to happen to this guy.
It reminds me of 22. It's Cena, dude. It's
Brooklyn
10 years
chanting,
ago.
"You still suck," after he did that splash. And real quick, do they really think we care about these splashes much anymore? It gets a less and less of a crowd pop every time they do it, and it's never even that big of a pop anyway. It's like, oh. Yeah. The Usos do it every other move. All the Usos do is they run in, act like dumbasses doing some tribe dance, super kick, and then do an Uso splash. Those dudes are the coldest thing in the world. But
the only man who
Roman does the same thing, and he does it into a pile of jobbers that nobody cares about, and I'm supposed to give a shit. That's your closing for WrestleMania.
That's why I think it's worse.
You still suck.
You still suck.
Did you see how pissed he looked at the end of?
No, I haven't.
Just at the end of when the show was going off, they had the camera on him and the WrestleMania sign, and he just looked real not even mad he was acting because Triple H and him just fought because it would make sense. But he just looked just rejected from the crowd, just disgusted, what the fuck. There's one of the news things I want to talk about. How about his interview, dude?
Okay.
Oh, I don't know why they don't like me. Maybe it's my music or the way I dress or my moves. Are you
Wait, did you hear the other thing he said?
Yeah, it's for kids. Mm-hmm. Yeah. See, that is why Roman Reigns is not a real wrestling guy. Yeah, no. That's why he will never be truly accepted as someone like Seth Rollins, who grew up living, breathing the shit. Roman Reigns is a rejected NFL star. He could not cut it with the big boys in the NFL, so he fell back on here because he's good looking and he's cousins with the Noah family or whatever.
Yes, he's not really cousins with The Rock.
So what was I going to say there?
Roman, just think.
Jesus Christ, I just completely blanked out. Oh my God.
Botched, like
Yeah, no, dude, that's completely
you know,
wiped out of my head.
oh, fuck, I'm losing
I was
the train.
complaining about him.
Yeah,
I was
well, of
saying
course
he's
we were.
polarizing. I hate him. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. I was saying something about him at WrestleMania.
Oh, the kids?
Yeah, there you go. Good job, Steve. Way to bring that one back. Fist bump for that. Yeah.
No.
He's not a true wrestling fan. Like, he was a football guy. You know, growing up, his dad, his dad and his uncle were Alpha and Siki.
Yeah, right.
You know,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
the Wild Samoans.
Yeah. His brother's
his cousin
Rosie.
was The Rock.
Yeah.
You know, yeah. His brother's Rosie. His uncle was
Yokozuna.
Rikishi and Yokozuna. His cousins are the Usos. Like, the dude's just always been around wrestling. So it's not like this mystical thing that we all grew up with. You know, to him, it's just, you know, it's a thing. He never bought into like the magic of it when he was a kid, and I know wrestling's fake, but that stayed with me, you know, growing up into an adult, the love for it.
There's two big reasons why I don't think I will ever like him for the rest of his wrestling career. That was one of them, and the other one is whenever they are on SmackDown or even YouTube after Raws, they try to cue out the boos all the time, and that doesn't help at all. And the other thing,
it's worse because you're making this dude look like he's going. It's not Roman Reigns doing that, but his character just coming out and like, I don't know, him just coming out and accepting that they're editing reactions for him. It makes him look like he's trying to deceive us into cheering for him, which they are.
Yes,
and it's bullshit.
It is bullshit.
They try and do it on Raw too. Did you notice after his wins? Like, way quicker than it seems like for other people, his music hits and it blasts.
Yeah.
Like, it's so fucking loud.
Like, it's like a rock concert
yeah,
or
so
something.
you can't hear any crowd reaction.
Nope.
It happens all the time.
I can't wait till he gets annihilated in Dallas.
But yeah, dude, those are two good reasons not to like him. And I'm just a guy getting rich. Remember that?
Yeah.
Remember that?
Well, yeah.
The dude is such a scumbag. Like, but not like a true scumbag. I'm not saying the guy's like some, you know,
he's not a
fucking
horrible
animal
human being,
abuser or some shit out of here. But
he's a family man. But
he's a seedier guy in real life. It seems like he doesn't come off as John Cena, who I genuinely think is a guy has a heart of gold. I don't like Cena as a wrestler.
I love him,
but I recognize that John Cena is a great human being.
I miss him, dude. I'm back on the train.
Yeah, I was talking to my buddy Dustin about that today too. Shout out again, Dustin. Like, he was saying, like, oh, we need Cena back. We need Cena back. We need Cena back. Why do we need him back? Like, let's just say
we need someone back.
The only reason that I would say that Cena would come back and fit in really good was if he came back and took the U.S. title. Where else do you put John Cena back right now where like he really promotes the card? Because if he's fighting any mid card guys like Kevin Owens, he's going to win.
Could have been
take
Taker.
that into account.
Could have been Taker.
No, thank you.
I know you don't want that. I do.
Why? Can you explain to me why? Because like he was saying that too. Why do you guys want to see Undertaker lose to John Cena? Like I legitimately want to know what does that do for John Cena and what does that do for the Undertaker?
Let me ask you a question. Okay. Hold on. What would you rather not see? Would you rather see Cena be Taker or Reigns be Taker?
That's not why is that like something I have to choose between? That's not the situation this year.
No,
of course I would rather see John Cena be Undertaker.
I was just asking.
But that's not a situation. I'm saying why is everyone like, oh, I wish John Cena would have came back and fought Taker instead of Shane? Like on top of every other thing that John Cena has had in his career, people are like, oh, well, he deserves it. Are you fucking kidding me? He deserves it. I'm not saying you. I'm just saying this is the argument I always say. Are you kidding me? He deserves it. He's going to be the most all-time champion, like of all time. He's lost like 3 feuds, or if that, like more like 2.5 feuds in his entire career, pretty much.
I just rather
he's had
see
movies. He's like probably one of the most well-paid WWE superstars of all time.
Yeah, he is.
He's on talk shows, like everything.
I just rather see him at this point than fucking Reigns. That's just
of course, but again, like I'm just saying for
he's
the Taker
terrible,
thing.
dude.
Why? Like I don't get. I don't get what like okay. Oh,
I just want to see
Cena beats Taker. We forget about that in a year because it just goes in with all his other accomplishments. And Taker then is like, oh well, we're gonna have to hear if John Cena beats Undertaker. We're gonna have to hear for the rest of our lives that John Cena is better than the Undertaker as a superstar because you beat him at Mania. That's gonna be the capper. They're gonna say, oh, they're equal in accomplishments, but Cena beat him at Mania.
I'm not thinking of the result. I would just like to see the match just one-on-one.
You don't get that.
What?
You don't just get the match. That's what I'm saying.
I know. No,
gotta think with logic here, Steve.
But I don't care.
You don't just get the match. It's not like they're going to go to a house show.
Taker's got to retire.
They're not going to be like, hey, Steve Herman 10 on Twitter. It's John Cena here. Me and Taker are gonna wrestle a one-on-one match in this closed arena. It's not gonna have any story effect going forward.
Okay, but let me ask a question.
Just for you, buddy.
Who do you want Taker to retire to at this point?
Bray Wyatt. Bray Wyatt should have beat him, and I still think if he fights him next year, he should beat him. You could do a
that's not
story.
gonna happen
I'm
again.
just saying. You just asked me who I think should.
Okay. Well, that's your opinion.
If you did a redemption story for Bray Wyatt, not like even if he was a face, maybe, but I still think you should keep him heel.
Anyone else? Just curious.
Dean Ambrose would be a cool one, especially if he loses to Lesnar this year, which I think is a very real possibility. That would be like, finally his comeuppance, like, he's just not going to go down. Like, you could just tell, like, the story could be, I'm not going down. Like, Dean Ambrose, I'm just crazy, and I've checked out that I'm going to get pinned. Something like that.
I just feel like
Seth would be huge. I would love it if Seth Rollins curb stomped The Undertaker into retirement.
So you want
a young
obviously
guy,
young guy.
yes.
Okay. I mean, I just feel Taker should go on top in like a legendary match, just like Shawn Michaels did with Taker.
I get that.
You know what I mean?
But Taker has always been a company guy.
No, I know.
So I feel like to do Taker right, you have to let him go out how like a real company wrestler goes out, and that's putting over a young talent.
Right.
Like I feel like if Taker had there's reports that Taker wanted to drop it to Lesnar in 2002.
Yeah, I remember that.
So, the dude's always been about what is going to further this company. That's why I have so much respect for The Undertaker.
Well, that's why he's
a
big
reason why, I never liked Hulk Hogan, because that dude was...
This guy's a scumbag.
Yeah, he was the side of wrestling where it's like, it's all about me, it's the me show. Shawn Michaels was like that for a while, which really, soured him on me for a little bit. I still love Michaels. I don't hate him like I do Hogan, but Undertaker was always that guy who always put the company first, and I respect the hell out of him for that. And I think that him being that way, he's going to want to put the company first, even in his retirement. He's going to say, what's going to be best? Me going out and beating, whatever, John Cena, or if I lose to Kevin Owens, if I get pop-up powerbomb to Kevin Owens and then retire, the pop-up powerbomb officially becomes the move that retired The Undertaker at WrestleMania.
No, that makes sense.
You know what I'm saying?
No, I just...
Sister Abigail, that put he Sister Abigail'd Undertaker into retirement,
No, I'd like your idea. I would love to see Cena and Taker. That's just... I understand you...
I get what you're saying. It's just like Sting
It's just a
Taker.
match.
It's like Sting Taker at this point.
It's just a match I'd like to see,
It's a dream match.
Yeah, exactly.
I
like your ways.
I'd love it too. I'd love to see the match too. If Taker didn't lose.
Yeah, exactly.
If it ended in a DQ somehow, like a no contest, no contest,
draw or something.
Cool. Or if Taker wins, awesome. Right. Cena wins, I don't want to see that match.
Right.
It's the nostalgia or whatever that I'd get out of it would not be worth the repercussions.
Yeah, that's fine. I can't disagree with you.
What do you think about this ladder match? Do you agree with it?
No.
Should it be a multi-man, or do you think it should have been Zayn Owens?
It should have been Zayn Owens. I said that since SummerSlam this year. That should have been it. I usually get my predictions right with matches. I thought at the Rumble they were fighting one-on-one. And I remember on Twitter I said, how come Kalisto and Ryback get a singles match?
Yeah, why would that not be the match for the U.S. belt?
Exactly. Remember I predicted that should be the ladder match. And Zayn and Owens... It's not just for Smark fans. People know who they... I mean, we were talking earlier about the characters, but I feel people would have a more personal interest in that match, and especially, the internet community have been waiting for that kind of match.
And the bump two young guys get fighting for a title themselves at WrestleMania.
That would make the IC title more important.
Yeah.
In the ladder... It's like, to me, they just said, okay, we have to have a ladder match. Let's put 7 people in it. I mean...
Yeah, what's up with 7, too? Why do they keep doing that? They did that at TLC, too, didn't they?
And no offense...
Or Money in the Bank?
They did it last year for the Rumble. I mean, not Rumble Mania last year for 31. I love Zack Ryder, but what? How are they doing this now for him? I know we complain about pushing guys.
He hasn't won a match on Raw since May of 2014 or something like that.
He won last night on Raw.
Well, but I'm saying before that.
Right. But, I just... I liked Zack Ryder in 2012, but... He hasn't gotten pushed. It doesn't make sense. It should have went to Tyler Breeze.
Yeah, somebody.
And I like Ryder. I don't hate Ryder.
Yeah, let's throw Tyler Breeze and Andre the Giant already. That's such a disappointment.
Yeah.
Oh, it's such a shame what happened to that guy. But yeah, I like a lot of the guys in the ladder match.
Should be a good match.
And, I was talking about with somebody earlier. And
remember the last 2 weeks ago, I said Ziggler's going to be in the ladder match. And you said, how is Ziggler going to be in the match?
Yeah.
I'm like, I told you.
Yeah.
And then you thought New Day and Wasted Nations weren't going to fight each other. I'm like, I told you.
Kills me, man.
I was right.
What was I going to say?
Something about... ladder match. Kevin Owens.
Dude, I'm just losing my shit.
Sami
today.
Zayn, Sin Cara, Stardust.
Oh, we were talking.
Ziggler.
I gotta respect what WWE is doing though, because they're using this as an opportunity to get as many guys on the WrestleMania card. You know, the big card show as they can, and I mean, I gotta respect that. As a fan, obviously, I would rather see Kevin Owens versus Zayn just singular, but like this isn't a horrible decision. Like
it's not horrible,
there's
but I think
definitely
they're being
a better
lazy
choice.
with it,
There's a better choice. But I'm still gonna have fun watching the match.
It'll be a fun match, but there's no story to it.
But it's, yeah, I agree. But I'm just saying
the story's Owens and Zayn.
Just the silver lining, and again, there's definitely if you gave me the choice, I would rather have Owens and Zayn. But just trying to find a positive. Like it's cool that Ziggler and the Miz and all those guys get to promote themselves at Mania.
I'm very happy.
You know, this is going to be on SportsCenter. Like this is a big deal for all these guys. Like I'm sure the Miz is legitimately trying to have a Hollywood career at some point.
Yeah.
Ziggler's trying to be a stand-up comedian. I'm sure Zack Ryder wants to do something with his life. Yeah. So it's cool.
He's got Emma, so
it's cool looking. Yeah, dude, she's so hot. They don't like show off how hot she is. Really, like
they do in NXT.
Dude,
they do in NXT.
Dude, Evil Emma is so sexy. Like she's so much better looking than when they made her look like she was like a retarded person.
She has to be one of the most underrated women's wrestlers they have on that roster.
Yeah, dude. Well,
from going from that ditzy
underrated.
face,
because even people who are like we never shut the hell up about how underrated people are. But even people like us who are always talking about, oh, this guy's underrated. They don't even really talk about Emma that much.
No, they don't.
Dude,
she's unbelievable.
Awesome. That Santino thing was such a disrespect to her.
How about the match with Asuka at NXT London, man? I mean, that was a while ago, but that was an incredible match. She and Paige, like the first takeover, she put on a phenomenal match.
She made Dana Brooke likable. Well, not likable, but a good heel, like a likable person, a wrestler outside of the game. Dana Brooke sucked, but like she's really improved. She was cool with Emma though.
Yeah,
like I really think Emma did a lot for that girl.
Absolutely,
she like gave her a character and everything. Yeah, I'm big Emma supporter. Dude, I'm so happy with what they're doing with Eva Marie too. I was reading online and like everybody, I thought it was so obvious what they were doing. Everyone was like, are they do they really not pay attention to their fans this much? They don't know that Eva Marie is like the biggest heel woman. They do they really just only pay attention to Total Divas? We don't want her. She's not a face. And I was like, are you serious? What they're doing is trying to make her a giant heel by her character being, she's almost John Cena. She's a parody of John Cena, what they're doing. They're trying to make her act like she's a super face and she's super loved, and no matter what the crowd's doing, she's going to be like, yeah, everybody loves me. I'm the best woman. She's going to kind of be like what the Bellas were. And what the WWE is going to do is they're going to keep booking her as a face, and that's just going to keep getting her nuclear heat. Like she already is getting. Like, look at the reaction she got when she came out and joined the face team.
I think that's
ridiculous. Ridiculous. That's like Stephanie McMahon at her peak, like talking shit in a promo. Ridiculous heat.
All right. Did you hear what Vince was expecting from Eva when she went out?
No.
He was expecting a huge pop for her.
No, he wasn't.
I swear,
you're buying 100% into the stories this is the story for her.
No,
that's what I'm literally just. But that's what I'm explaining. I'm trying to say that's her character. And you're biting. You really think Vince McMahon is going to leak that information out? You really think Vince McMahon is going to, after a star gets booed, he's going to come out and be like, "Oh, I really wanted them to get." He's going to publicly tell us that his plans got foiled.
Well,
no, he's not.
I don't like it.
So see what you just said.
I'm not lying.
No, see what you just said. You fully believe that too, right?
Yes.
Okay. Now look at what I just said. It's a very clear common sense thing. They want her to be a heel. Yeah. They're not stupid. They can hear reactions. That's why they're doing what they do with Roman Reigns, where they hide the reactions for his pop. When Eva Marie comes out, they're not deaf. They know that she's getting booed. So she has no chance as a face at this point. But she has all the chance in the world to be a top diva heel. And I hate Eva Marie. And that's why she has all the chance in the world to be a top heel.
But that's not good heat, though. It's not. It's
for a diva. Are you kidding me?
But no one wants her.
Any reaction for a diva is a good heel, or it's a good reaction, and you know that.
It's X-Pac heat though. No one wants her on the TV, dude.
Dude, hers is not X-Pac.
I'm surprised you're saying this.
Dude, people love booing this chick. Look at what happens.
Because she's terrible. And she's terrible, dude.
X-Pac heat is not like hatred heat like she gets. X-Pac heat is what Roman Reigns gets.
But whatever. I don't want her on my TV. That's just my opinion.
Neither do I, and you're gonna hate her more and more and more.
Well,
And if you're at a show, you're gonna boo louder and louder when they keep saying, fan favorite Eva Marie coming to the ring, and she comes out and she's smiling, she's soaking in all the boos as if they're cheers. They're gonna put her against a fan favorite like Paige, and she's gonna beat her. And they're just going to keep pushing this girl. Oh, the Eva Empire's out in force tonight. All read everything. And, the crowd's going nuts for her. And she's just going to be getting destroyed with booze. And that's the whole point of this push. That's why Vince McMahon would come out and be like, oh, well, I really wanted her to be a face. That's the point. There's no way Vince McMahon is going to have a plan of his fail. And then he's going to come out and tell Dave Meltzer, or who, I'm just, coming up with a reporter. Oh, yeah, I really want a Big Show to get over tonight, but it looks like the crowd doesn't like him. Damn, I fucked up. Vince McMahon's not going to say that.
Yeah.
He's a booker. Like, he's been doing this for, 45, 50 years? Like, Homeboy knows what he's doing.
I won't say that right now.
Okay, yeah, I agree with certain things, but he knows how to get a reaction out of crowds.
Yeah. But, his focus is just on obviously you do need to have a look, but it's more than that now. And all he cares about is Eva Marie, Braun Strowman, and Roman Reigns.
Oh, I agree with you.
It's bullshit.
I mean, you know how much I hate Eva Marie. But that's why I'm saying it's just like Roman Reigns. As a wrestling fan, you have to come to the realization at some point that you can't book. No matter what we say on here, doesn't really matter. So we have to accept what they give us. So I'm saying, as long as Eva Marie is forcibly going to be on my TV screen,
she can't wrestle, dude.
But
she's hurt people. She's hurt people.
I'm not debating any of that.
No, I'm just telling you. I'm telling you how bad.
As long as she's going to be on my TV screen, though, and I have no option, I'd rather her be in a role like this where it's at least going to be entertaining.
Okay, I'm going to cringe. That's just me.
Okay, but I'm saying she's going to be on your TV screen no matter what. That's the basis for this discussion.
Yeah.
What role would you want her in?
Manager.
No, that's not going to happen. She's a wrestler. That's I'm saying. You don't have a choice in all that. She's going to come out and wrestle every single time that they have divas out there. Would you rather have her as a face like Roman Reigns, where it's not a joke, like they just portray her as a face? Would you rather have her as what she really is, a fake face that the crowd fucking hates, and they play into that?
But she's a heel.
That's great booking.
But she's a heel in NXT though,
and that's why this is even funnier. Because she comes up to the main roster and she's the inverse.
I guess we're just two different sides of the
I just don't see what the alternative is for you.
Well, I can release her.
You can, but you see, that's what you're not listening to what I'm saying. You don't have that option. So you can't give me an answer.
I don't like an option. I don't want.
Well, I don't like saying, oh, what do you want for WrestleMania? Oh, I just don't want it to happen. That's not a fucking answer. That's not an option.
Well,
I hate Roman Reigns, so I'd rather the match just not happen. It's gonna happen.
That'd be nice.
You gotta have a choice. So okay, I'm gonna ask you your opinion for that.
I don't have a choice.
You hate Roman Reigns too, so you don't want the match. That you just rather WrestleMania just end. The belt doesn't get defended. We just go home.
Sure, why not?
See, yeah, all right, yeah, get the fuck out of here. You would kill yourself if there wasn't a belt defended. The main belt wasn't defended at WrestleMania.
Well, yeah, that'd be stupid.
You'd have to be on suicide watch.
Well, okay, fuck Roman, fuck Eva, fuck Braun Strowman. I hate this company. NXT.
Braun Strowman gets slipped in there.
Done with him too.
Why?
He's terrible. He's gonna get a big push.
That's true.
Too.
Yeah, he is gonna get a big push.
He's Mason Ryan.
Although
dude.
what I see,
I'm done with this. This company just pisses me off. It really does.
What I see, what I read.
Sorry for going on a rant, but
I know, dude. Rants are good.
I get
rants are ratings, baby.
Yeah, it's just frustrating. Just the guys they decide to push.
I've been reading.
Eva just frustrates me.
I've been reading online, and
she's hot, but
this is another thing. That's another thing with Eva. I don't comparatively to Alexa Bliss, Sasha Banks, Paige.
Looking.
She's not that hot. I mean, she has a ridiculous body, but I'm pretty sure it's plastic. Mm-hmm. And she's like Nikki Bella in that sense. But without the red hair and everything, have you seen her as just a brunette?
Yeah.
I mean, she's an attractive girl, but she's like a 7 out of 10,
she's
maybe.
Not like a Lana.
Yeah, if you're as hot as Lana is, I don't care how bad you are in the ring. Don't give a shit. You're allowed to do whatever you want out there.
Absolutely.
Eva's not that hot, so that's where I hate her as a performer. Because, when you're kicking Carmella in the head and, making her cry in front of a live crowd and giving her a concussion or whatever,
yep.
That's where you shouldn't be out there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Unless you're really hot, then I don't care. Then I'll say, sorry, Carmel, you got to take one for the team then, if that's the case.
I love Carmel.
Lana wants to kick you in the head, and the alternative is I don't get to see Lana on TV. Sorry, Carmella.
Man, I love Lana so good.
Yeah.
That gets a piss.
Do you think she's actually gonna fight? Fight?
I hope.
Or do you think she'll just do like a spot where she hits like a finisher?
I'm looking forward to that ring gear. So.
Yeah, I wonder what it's gonna be. I hope she doesn't just come out in like the Coney Island '80s gear that she was wearing when she was with Ziggler.
No, please.
Like I hope it's like a real wrestler.
I want it to make me think. I'll leave it at that.
That's another reason why I'm excited for Mania. Like we were talking about earlier, like just all the entrances and the shit. Like just the showmanship of WrestleMania, just WWE puffing its chest out, like look how fucking big and huge we are.
Yeah.
Like that's exciting. Like Rusev came out in a fucking tank. Like
Sting's entrance was cool.
Let that sink
Triple
in.
H's was
Let
cool.
that sink in. Rusev drove a tank into WrestleMania. My cousin Matt called it too, because like the whole thing came out. Rusev's music and everything, and my cousin, he's like, "Oh, the Bulgarian Brute, or the Rush, or whatever the fuck they're calling, the something Russian." That's Lana. That's what I said. So he was like, "How hilarious that be if this dude just came out in like a fucking Panzer, and he's just in a tank, just blasting his way to the ring, and then the camera just pans, and here you go."
We were rocking
Rusev
out for
coming
that.
out.
We were going nuts.
Remember. I called the Shawn Michaels thing the second before it happened.
That was amazing.
What did I say? I was like,
I said this would be amazing, right? It was already incredible, but
yeah,
this would be
I was like, yeah, dude. The only way this could get better is Shawn Michaels came out and Sweet Chin music Sting, and then literally the camera switched scenes, and Shawn Michaels is just in the corner of the ring, and Sweet Chin music Sting.
How many times did we mark out from 31?
Oh my god, that was great. That was,
like
such
10
a
times.
Great WrestleMania.
Oh man, that was our best one we ever
Seth
watched.
won That's where I still have confidence, and as much as WWE has tried to kill that confidence and make me think that they have no creativity, because it seems like they make a concerted effort to tell their fans that they're not creative anymore.
Yeah,
There's so many times this past year since last WrestleMania, even since the past two Manias, where I can look back and I'm like, wow, there are so many cool creative ideas they could have done here, and we've said a bunch of them on here. And that's not even tooting our own horns. Like a lot of the ones we've said, we read online, and
or we watched other shows too.
And they just chose not to do them. They're like, nope, let's take the simple option. But then last year's Mania happened, and the year before that, Daniel Bryan, the audible with him and Batista and Orton and Triple H. Last year, Seth Rollins cashes in Money in the Bank. It just leads me to believe that they have to do something else than just have him win clean. But the thing that scares me, one of the things that
we'll get back into
kind of a news article, was reports that Bray Wyatt is scheduled to get a mega push after Mania.
I don't believe any of that.
I'm saying if it's true, it's very cool. I'm very happy.
How many times have we seen that before?
But it said his scheduled opponents apparently so far are Lesnar and Roman Reigns.
Losses.
So that means, if they're saying he's going to get a mega push, I don't think so. The way that it was released, and I'm pretty sure it was Meltzer who released this too. He's usually very credible. But if that's true, there's no way he's taking back-to-back losses to Reigns and Lesnar after taking back-to-back losses and not fight. That just won't happen. So he'll beat one of them.
I'll believe it when I see it.
But either way, what I'm saying, I said that makes me scared. I'm happy if Wyatt gets a push again because I love Bray Wyatt. But
it's a shame how he's been booked.
If he's fighting Roman, then that means Roman's going to be a face after Mania because they're not going to turn Bray face. They could, but
they won't. Why would they do that?
But yeah,
that's smart.
That would mean they're turning Bray face and Roman heel. That's another thing a lot of people have been talking about. The face switch at Mania, a double turn.
It has to happen.
It could, dude.
No.
It could so easily.
Let me say.
It could be one of the greatest double turns in WWE. This is again another moment where I was talking about where there's a chance for them to do something.
I think this
creatively amazing.
Let me say something. I think this is maybe one of the most crucial WrestleManias.
In company history.
Because
this shapes the next 10 years.
This is going to show the direction where we're going to be going. Because they can't. If they fuck this up, this is the last time I think Reigns can turn heel. Honestly, in my opinion, I think this is he can turn heel 5 years from now. But you know what I mean. I think if he doesn't turn heel here, he's never turning heel.
Yeah, I agree with you.
He has to turn heel.
And we said that for SummerSlam. We said that for whatnot. But yeah, this trumps it.
He has to.
If he doesn't turn it here, he's John Cena for the next decade.
And I'm done. I might be done.
He's John Cena for the next decade.
I might be done. I'm going to be completely honest with you fans.
Yeah, I'm actually going to agree with that statement. So this could be. Well, we'll do a closing podcast if that happens. If Roman Reigns just wins clean at Mania, And like just a if a bunch of bullshit happens at Mania, like Taker just wins, Shane McMahon goes away, like nothing cool happens. If Roman Reigns just spears Triple H and wins like
2 times or something.
Yeah, they try and get The Rock to come out and get him pops again. Yeah, we might have to end this podcast because I don't know if I could sit through.
I have a high feeling it's going to happen.
I can't, but that's what I was saying.
Well,
they've
we'll get to that
proven
in a
at the
little bit.
past 2 Manias, and they haven't done it at the other shows, but at least at the past 2 Manias, they've proven if the crowd is truly unhappy, they give them their way.
But there's no leeway this year. Like there's no money in the bank.
There's no way to do it.
There's no way, man.
But there is though. It's WWE.
Well, they could come up with something.
WWE doesn't have to follow. They don't have to follow their own rules if it goes against.
I just think Vince is being a stubborn old bastard.
Well, I was talking to my other buddy Steve about that. Not you, Steve.
It's gonna be hey, me.
And not Steve Fines either. That's weird. He's my other wrestling friend.
Another Steve. Okay, cool.
A third Steve in my life.
Ooh,
Too many bastards. I work with a Steve.
Known me since pre-K.
But anyway, I was talking to him, and I forgot what I was going to say again. Jesus Christ.
We were talking
Why
about...
do I keep doing that tonight, man?
Roman Reigns, Triple H.
I just haven't had the podcast on my mind.
It's been 2 weeks, so I mean, it's been a while. Roman Reigns, Triple H, finish, double turn, heel, babyface.
I don't even know where I was going with that, but the double turn reminded me of something.
Okay.
Are you pro The Rock coming out and the Roman Reigns turning on him now?
Yes.
See, like a lot of people, I've been seeing a lot of mixed reaction. A lot of people don't want The Rock even involved with Reigns. Like they want Reigns to just do his own thing, and like they think the Rock coming out, even if it's to turn Roman heel, is just a real cheap way to do it. But I'd be very happy with it.
But people will be booing Reigns. I'll boo Reigns.
Well, here's my prediction for the main event too.
Okay.
As well as I gave a prediction for Shane and Undertaker, and both of these are going to be wrong. They're not going to happen because I'm taking a shot in the dark here. I have no validity for these. It's just something I think could be cool. This is essentially my predictions are more or less what I would do if I was in control of the company at this point. It doesn't have anything to do with their past, like what I think could happen, but this is what I would want to happen.
Okay.
Roman Reigns, Triple H have a fucking brawl because they'll excel in that environment.
Well, that's what's going to happen.
Triple H is as good a ring general as any wrestler they've had in the history of the company. He can run a match. Like The Undertaker, Randy Orton, Triple H, Shawn Michaels, Ric Flair, he's right up there with all those guys.
He is. Yep,
He'll be able to guide Roman Reigns through this match. And Roman Reigns is not a fucking F-level performer in singles matches.
It's close.
No, Roman Reigns is like a C+, B- performer in singles matches. C+ is fair, B-. He puts on some entertaining matches if you give him a brawl.
Has he ever had okay.
If it's like just a mat wrestling match, he's an F performer.
He's never had a match
if you let Roman fight in the matches that Roman's good at,
yeah.
He'll give you a solid from his end. He'll offer you a B-.
I'll give credit when credit's due. The match at Hell in a Cell with Bray was pretty fucking good.
Even his match with Big Show at
sorry,
what's it called?
Extreme Rules.
Extreme Rules.
That was not bad
for a Big Show singles match. That was an all right match.
Yeah.
So if you let Roman Reigns just go at it, the dude's going to be somewhat entertaining.
I hate Big Show.
And if you put him with Triple H and let them use weapons and throw each other through tables and shit, you're not going to help but pop at some of the moments. So that'll be entertaining, that whole thing. Then Triple H is going to pull some shenanigans. That's when he's going to start his bullshit, like he's going to start his authority shit. Like maybe we'll see something crazy, like J&J Security come out and attack. Just something weird like that.
I thought there was going to be a special guest referee.
After all that shit happens, that's when Roman's backup finally comes. The Rock. Like after Triple H tries to screw Roman over and it hits him with a sledgehammer, pedigrees him onto the sledgehammer, and like he's about to pin him, like hit him with another one. The Rock just runs out from the crowd, hops in, hits Triple H with the rock bottom, pulls Roman on top of him, and Roman gets the pin. And then they stand up, he's holding up Roman's hand, and then Roman just spears him. And he's like, I don't need your fucking head. He's not going to say that. But fuck you Samoan asshole, motherfucker. And he just goes off. He just starts gangster rap freestyling. No, he's like, yeah. That's so great. He's going to spear Rock, and he's going to be like, I didn't need your help. I don't need your Samoan bloodline. I'm my own guy. And that's when he goes his own... almost like a Baron Corbin kind of heel, but unstoppable, like a heel Cena.
Oof.
That's scary, right? Like a true heel Cena, one that we actually hate. Because I'll hate Roman.
I'll still hate. I'm gonna hate Roman no matter what.
But that's what's gonna make him a great heel because he's gonna be a perfect foil.
I'll give him credit when credit's due. He's got talent more than evil. So
Oh yeah, definitely. At least the guy can like
Throw a
confidently not kill someone in the ring
I'll give
each
him that.
match.
I'll
Yeah.
give him that.
Like I'd let the guy suplex me.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
like
Yeah, I could.
I would not let Eva Marie hit me with any move.
No.
I wouldn't let Eva Marie throw a fake wrestling punch at me. I'd be careful for my teeth or my nose or something.
Bloody nose after.
I'll let her do the Canadian Destroyer to me. You know that?
Oh, yeah. That would be pretty fun.
Not for me. I'd die. That'd be a snap the neck.
Yeah.
We got anything else we want to say here? We didn't really talk about Dean and Brock.
Yeah, we didn't really
I
get
mean, we
into
talked
that.
about the other matches, but I don't really care about them. Like, I don't care about Ryback and then there's that much.
Ryback Kalisto, yeah.
Before we get into the Dean Ambrose match, I want to talk about that for a little bit. Is there any other matches on the card? The women's match?
We talked about that.
Who do you want to win that, actually?
Sasha.
Yeah, same Sasha.
But we'll go to the predictions,
I think Becky's going to win it, though.
Ooh, all right.
Yeah, that's my wild horse pick.
Do you want to do the picks now?
My wild horse.
Do you want to do the picks since we've been doing some picks already
Yeah,
for
why
Mania?
not?
We'll do
Yeah,
we'll
let's
do
just run
Mania.
through it before we talk about Ambrose and Lesnar.
All right. Usos versus the Dudley Boys. Who do you got for that?
Sadly, the Usos.
Oh.
Actually, no. I take that back. The Dudleys, because they were working with Triple H. Like, I think they're trying to get them a little bit of the spotlight.
Plus, I need a heel tag team.
Yeah.
I'm going to pick Dudley's too.
Yeah, I'll go with Dudleys. That'll be the next, the New Day and the League of Nations are going to fight
You
again
know what
after
would be a
Mania.
great starting stone with the Dudleys? Enzo and Cass.
Yeah,
Get
that'd
them
be
over, and then have Enzo and Cass fight New Day.
Yeah,
or
that'd be
Dudleys,
great.
you know? That's why I think Dudleys need to win here. Because they're
Yeah.
going to be around for a little bit.
Yeah, I'll go with Dudleys. Yeah, they signed, 3 years?
Yeah,
I think, right?
yeah.
Same, Lesnar length contract.
Pretty much, yeah. Okay, next match. The Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. It's actually got moved to the main card, which means to tell
I'm
me...
cool about that. I'm cool with that, I meant. Aren't there 3 guys that they said? Four that
That are
they
not announced.
specifically noted that they're not announced, so it's going to be 4 important people. Who's not in it?
I don't know, but I'm making a bold-ass prediction right now for this, because they moved it to the main card, which is telling me they're going to try to make a star here. It's either 2 people.
Can I guess one?
Guess one.
Titus.
Nope.
Okay, well that's one of my guesses for this. One of the people.
One of my guesses, Samoa Joe.
Okay, that would be cool. Be
And
really cool.
My other guess is because I'm hearing rumors he's off a sling, the King of Swiss, Cesaro.
Okay, that would be awesome too. Yeah.
That's 2 rumors I heard. And granted, he's already won before, but it'd be a great stepping stone to get back into the company.
Legitimized it again too,
Yes.
because fans are going to be behind him hardcore when he comes back.
Plus, there's really nobody in the
Dude.
match besides like Big Show.
Dude,
King.
he's gonna get
He'll get a mega pop. Dude.
Yeah. There's when Titus O'Neil comes back, he's gonna get a lot of fan support. When Cesaro comes back, he's gonna get a lot of fan support, and more than anybody else, Randy Orton and John Cena, those guys are always gonna get. But when Seth Rollins comes back, they have no option but to turn him face.
They have to.
I mean, I could see them doing something stupid like they did with
They
Stardust.
might make him
when
heel for, like,
when
a couple-
Stardust 100% should have been turned back to Cody. You know, when the crowds were chanting
Cody,
Cody, like you had the perfect time. His dad fucking died. Like one of the biggest legends in WWE history. Passed,
Absolutely.
and you didn't do anything. So in that breath, I can see them being stupid and just forcing Seth to stay heel. Him come out. Thanks for the pop. Stupid Chicago to get cheap heel
I'm
pops.
Justin Bieber.
Yeah, they'll do something stupid like that, but for real, like you got to bring him back and have him just start Phoenix splashing people all
So
over.
okay, I'm making a prediction. My prediction is Cesaro's coming back and he's winning.
That would be awesome.
That will be my prediction. All right, next match, the women's 8-man tag, Team Bad and Blonde versus Total Divas.
Whatever team Eva Marie's on.
I'm going with the opposite. Team Bad and Blonde. I want Lana to win. I actually like the heel team more than the face team now.
These are what I think, not who I want. I would definitely rather want them to win.
Team
Lana's
Bad.
team.
I think Lana's team's gonna win.
Emma, Eva Marie is clearly being set up for something on the main roster.
She might screw him over.
Yeah, I just can't. She's going to be involved in some way, shape, or form. I'm just going to give her team the win. Though.
Okay. This match actually got moved to the kickoff match. Kalisto and Ryback for the U.S. title.
Yeah, get that out of the way.
I feel kind of bad that the U.S. title's been tarnished since last year. John Cena made
that's
that.
what I was going with earlier when we were talking about Cena before. I got into that hate speech about him versus Undertaker.
That was pretty passionate.
If he came back, I would love him to get the U.S. belt. That's the only way where I really want John Cena to return to the company, because everyone keeps talking about, the roster's so thin. Even with all the injuries they have, they still have plenty of guys on the roster that could immediately be superstars. Even, like Damian Sandow, you can slot him right back into the...
I see picture U.S. title picture.
Tyler Breeze, immediately you can build him up to a credible threat. You got all these NXT dudes that you can immediately, like, you could just bring the Baylor Club over at any point you needed a heel state. Like, so I don't think that the roster is this thin piece of shit that everyone keeps making it out to be. They have so much talent on the roster that Dean Ambrose, Roman Reigns, and Brock Lesnar could get injured, and I still think that they would be able to pull it off. Like, that's how deep because it would, at that point they would have no choice but to make Kevin Owens like a top guy in the company. And if you're forcing Kevin Owens into a top role, guess what? You're going to succeed because the guy's not going to flounder.
Yeah,
they're going to be like, oh shit, we should have done this quicker.
Yeah.
Like, oh, fans were right. This guy is a monster. He should have been number one from the time he stepped on the roster. So I don't think that we need Cena and Orton back. But if he were to come back very soon, give him the U.S. belt again, because that was one of the funnest times in wrestling for me recently.
Yeah.
Just watching Cena go against Zayn, with Bret Hart introducing him, Tyson Kidd,
Cesaro,
Dean
Kevin
Ambrose, Barrett. Like, there were so many good matches.
Dolph Ziggler.
Zack Ryder. Yeah, like, it was excellent. Give him that belt.
It was a great gimmick.
Yeah.
It was a great, very good story with Cena.
But for that match, my prediction,
also,
Ryback wins it.
Another thing, just to go off topic, Kevin Owens, IC champ. I mean, beat Cena's first match, and now is getting a multi-man match, and Kalisto and Ryback have singles.
Yeah, that's
So who'd you pick? Sorry.
Yeah. Ryback.
You're picking Ryback. You're saying
it seems like
win?
he has. It looks like he has some shit. Like, they're ready to do with him.
I think I'm going to pick Kalisto.
They gave him the heel turn. They changed his gear. Usually when they do that shit, like, the person gets something afterwards.
I'm gonna stick with my guns. I'm gonna say Kalisto.
Yeah, it could just as well be him, just because they don't have any top Spanish guys right now. Your closest is Del Rio, who's getting lukewarm reactions. Yeah. So,
and he's only been back for like 4 or 3 months.
Yeah, but I think I could definitely say Ryback is my pick.
We kind of talked about this match, New Day and Wasted Nations. That's how I've written it down too.
Nation, just because the belts.
Yeah, I'm picking Nations too, because New Day's been so dominant in this feud.
Yeah, if the belts in fact are not on the line, the League of Nations wins, because it's the only way. Because if they wanted them to win, and they wanted the New Day to keep the belt, it's Nations.
Okay, IC title ladder match: Owens, Zayn, Stardust, Miz, Ziggler, Sin Cara, and Mr. Zack Ryder. Who you got?
I'm gonna go with the heel again, Owens.
It has to be Owens.
Yeah, I don't think you can give it to Zayn yet, and I think they're really trying to build.
I think you could make it Zayn because he could get the sneak, not heel victory.
You could, of course, but I think they're trying to build Owens as a credible guy again, and already dropping him of the title, that's not gonna help the guy out.
If it's not Owens or Zayn, I'm gonna be pissed.
Yeah,
I'll be pissed if it's
I'm a
Ziggler,
huge Ziggler
honestly.
fan, and I'd be pissed if it was Ziggler.
That'd be stupid.
Yeah,
okay,
so give him a 50.
We both agree, Kevin Owens.
Yeah.
Okay. How about AJ match? I'm actually very looking forward to. I mean, it's been a long feud, but Styles versus Jericho again.
Fandango. AJ Styles.
If Styles doesn't win, I'm gonna be pissed.
Yeah, there's no way. Jericho's put over more people than like anyone in this company.
He put over Fandango.
Yeah,
So.
Jay, there's no way. Styles wins.
Okay, I agree with that.
AJ Styles.
I hate that chant. Well, that's why I was trying to explain to you earlier how ass that storyline is, dude. Like, they could have just went with Jericho being pissed off that Styles beat him again, and like he's like, I gotta beat you. I have to beat you. Let's do it one more time at Mania. You could have just made it a personal feud, and they made it off a crowd chant. That pissed me off.
How about them just giving away Owens versus Styles, like, for nothing? Like, I mean, it was cool because I was
Before we
there,
go to the next match, a thing that really pissed me off on Raw is Sami Zayn pinned Kevin. I might be.
He just kicked them and pinned them. Like,
okay, so I'm not the only one that's really pissed about that.
Oh my, ridiculous! Why did you give that away? That's like why Austin walked out of the company, because they wanted to give away Austin versus Lesnar on a random Raw.
And the crowd didn't give a shit about it because they were pissed off at that point.
Are you kidding me?
And they didn't care. They cared at first when Owens teased it, and then it got boring. Oh, dude, I was so pissed because that feud has been built off from ROH, PD, whatever, G, whatever. So many freaking wrestling brands. Combat Zone Wrestling, which is around here. They've just been battling each other, and you just let them pin on Raw. Like, that just, like, makes me want to rip my hair off. Like, you know?
Yeah, and that's a thing that I bitch about sometimes, too, because I'll be like, nothing happens on Raw anymore. Like, nothing big happens. Like, when's the last time you saw a title change on Raw? Like, I said that for a while. But there's certain things you just don't do on Raw.
And that's why NXT is so much better. Because Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn feud was unbelievable. The first match, Owens KO'd him, didn't pin him. And then the second one, it went to a no contest because Zayn was hurt and Samoa Joe made his freaking debut and they did face to face. Incredible. What the fuck, you main roster? Terrible. Terrible.
All right, back to our picks.
Sorry, I had to bring that up.
It's all good.
Divas title match: Charlotte, Becky Lynch, and Sasha. Another match I'm very looking forward to.
I think Becky wins.
Really?
Yeah, I want Sasha. I think Becky though.
I'm gonna pick Sasha.
Okay.
I'm gonna pick Sasha. Okay, next match. The no holds barred street fight. Mr. Ambrose is beginning Chainsaw Charlie and Little Barb.
Dean Ambrose wins this.
You're picking Ambrose.
Yes, I think there's a strong possibility that Lesnar wins, but the fact that they brought back like the hardcore legends, like I know it's for Mania, so they're just trying to make it cooler.
Yeah.
But like Mick Foley said, like he was involved in a storyline, like to help out a new guy, and I really don't think Mick Foley would have come back to the WWE if he knew it wasn't going to help out a young guy, like really. And I don't know. I mean, Lesnar doesn't do much anymore. Like they've kind of been weaning him down as the conqueror because, like, you know, he's proven since WrestleMania that you can beat him. You have to do some bullshit to do it, but he can be beat. So I feel like if anyone's going to go down to him, might as well do it now than instead of waiting till SummerSlam and letting like Randy Orton do it. You know, like
I wouldn't mind that. That's a
don't
match.
get me wrong.
That's
I
a
want to see that match. Yeah, but if when Lesnar finally loses clean after the Undertaker,
this technically wouldn't be clean. Because he lost to a no-holds street fight to Triple H in 29. Before the streak.
No, I'm saying the streak. I'm saying since the streak, Taker or Lesnar's been unbeatable. He's lost, but it's been the shenanigans every single time.
The triple threat
so I'm saying, if at any time you're going to have someone get the credit of beating him, the first guy to beat him since he beat the streak, really, it would be cool for it to be Ambrose. I mean, that's a very good consolation prize for fighting for the title and putting Rollins over 1,000,000 times, letting Roman go over him 1,000,000 times, letting Triple H go over him. Like, you know, it's cool.
No, it would be cool.
It'd be a cool prize for him. I think they're going to do it, too.
My favorite match from Brock Lesnar one-on-one since he's been back since 2012, and I know you're not a fan of him, but it was 2013 SummerSlam. Brock Lesnar versus CM Punk.
Yeah,
there's fucking phenomenal match.
Chemistry, yeah.
It was unbelievable. It's one of my favorite matches of all time, to be honest with you. And I really think it could rival that. And I thought that in 13, I thought Punk was actually going to win because it was a street fight. And I'm going to go with Brock Lesnar here, be the safe choice. It would be amazing to see Ambrose win. I think Ambrose should win, but I'm picking Ambrose. I think that's how it's going to be booked. Because, I'm picking Lesnar. My fault. Mm-hmm. I feel they got to keep making. They're going to keep Lesnar look strong, but they want to make Ambrose look strong too in this. I hope Ambrose wins. That's
a lot of it.
I just don't see it, man. I don't see it.
A lot of it. I'm trying to think like. WrestleMania is generally a face show. Like faces almost didn't every face win at last year's Mania or something
Rollins
like that?
Was heel, so
I know. What am I thinking of? Maybe like an.
I think it was 30.
Oh no, I'm thinking of NXT Brooklyn. I'm pretty sure every single face won at that. Some like big pay per view.
Joe, Baylor,
trying to think.
Bailey, Vaudevillains.
I can't remember. I could be thinking of a different pay per view.
You're right, because they are all faces.
Either way, like I feel like faces has been winning a lot at pay per views recently, and WrestleMania especially has like historically been a pretty face show. So a lot of my picks are going off that. Like I think Becky is probably like the biggest true face out of that.
I like her
triple
a lot.
threat.
I like Becky a lot. She's rarely improved.
And that's why I think Amber's going to win too, because I feel like some heels are going to win this year. So I feel like they're going to have like Amber's is one of the faces that'll like give fans like real happy. And I don't know what they're envisioning the Roman Reigns one for. Because if he wins, that's not a face win. That's a heel win.
That's a heel win.
And if Triple H wins, that's not a heel win. That's a face win. So like I don't know what they're viewing that as, you know?
Right. But yeah, I'm going to stick with Brock. I think he's going to get the win here.
Okay.
I think it's going to be a great match. I think it's going to be fun. Okay, next match we've talked about Shane and Taker. I have a hard time with this. I really think there's somehow, some way Taker could pull it off and win.
Yeah,
I don't know. There's going to be a ton of interference.
It could definitely happen.
But I'm going to stick with Shane.
I think Taker is going to beat Shane, not pin him, and have Shane pin him, or he's just going to DQ himself or something.
Well, he can't DQ in a...
Well, like leave, like
right.
Like like he's going to do something where he is the real winner. Like if you watch the match, you know Taker won, but on paper he will officially have a loss.
Yeah,
so that way.
And you know what?
Gets control.
I'll give credit to WWE. This is a more anticipated match since the streak.
Is that going to be the main event? Nope. Are they really going to main event Roman and Triple H?
Yeah, they are.
It's such a shame.
They had 3 segments on Raw, dude.
It's true.
And now to the main event of WrestleMania, the champion Triple H versus Dirtbass Reigns.
Reigns wins, LOL.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't know.
As optimistic as I can be. He's gonna win. They're gonna try some bullshit. Like he's not. There's no way this match is just like a one-on-one match and they just fight for a while and then Roman hits him with a spear. Like that's not gonna happen.
No, it can't.
There's gonna be some shit and there's gonna be some not even half-ass. Like they're gonna go real hard on the attempt, but it's just not gonna. It can't work. There's nothing you can do for Roman Reigns at this point to get him cheered. When they did
not get him cheered.
When they did not have Shane and Vince instead of having Shane wrestle. When Shane came out, they should have had Roman be the fighter that Shane selected to fight for him, and Triple H was the fighter that Vince selected. So then when they fought, if Roman won, he became champion and Shane got control of the company. That was the only way after the Rumble that you were having Roman Reigns get cheered, and they didn't do it.
Yeah, and it didn't help him at beating Brock.
I think they're going to have some bullshit, like they're going to try, just like kind of what they did with the Rumble. I don't think it's going to be The Rock again, like comes out, but I think there's going to be some shit where they try and get him some cheap pop, and
it's going to be Austin,
just not going to work.
It's going to be Austin.
They'll boo Austin.
I know they
Stone Cold will get booed in Texas if he tries to help Roman Reigns. Yes, he will get booed.
These are 100,000 diehard fans. It's not your casual shit.
Yeah, these aren't mom and Junior who wrestling's in the city next week, Tommy. Let's get some tickets. Like let's try this out.
Who's it? What's NXT? Who's Sasha Banks?
No one's paying $800 for a ticket if they don't know what the fuck wrestling is, like hardcore.
Plus, he got booed out of the building last year, but it's indoor this year, so it's going to be louder.
Yeah,
gotta realize
it's Dallas too.
It's Dallas.
Last year was soft ass California.
They did all right though. Credit.
That was a great wrestling crowd. But I'm saying in general, California crowds are generally like sports fans. They're softer fans than your East Coast and your Southern fans.
Totally agree.
And of all Southern places, Dallas is probably the biggest that I can think of for just rowdy assholes.
This is, like I said,
fuck the Cowboys, by the way.
Agree with that. Totally.
Put WrestleMania in the link.
Yeah, please. I'm begging for that. But I'm picking Roman, of course. I mean, it's not a shocker. But this is their last opportunity to turn him heel. I don't like him.
Yeah, please, guys.
You have to do it. Be smart. And Vince has to realize no one likes him. Like, he's getting "you still sucks" chants now.
They realize it. I mean,
no, they do.
The way that they do his entrance and everything, they realize it. The fact that he's bringing it up in interviews, they know, but they're just not doing anything about it. I don't get it.
Do you think it's worse?
I mean, I get it. They've put so much money. Like, there's so much money
invested,
riding on him being the face of the company that they've already put out that I'm sure that's why they're refusing. But come on.
Do you think these boos are worse than Cena?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh man, that was a good
God, yes,
no, I'm just asking.
Cena's
worst reaction.
But Cena's boos are fun boos. Like, Cena would be a fun heel.
Yeah.
Like, I would still boo Cena, but it would be a boo where I'm going along with...
I'm doing my part as a fan.
Yeah, I'm saying I'm doing... With Cena, you're almost doing your part as a fan. Like, to react when he comes out. Like, wrestling's a give and take thing. Like, a crowd has to do something for a show to be good. Shawn Michaels could come out here and put on 15 10-star matches... But if the crowd doesn't do anything for them, it's not going to mean shit. If they don't boo who he's fighting or whatever.
I mean, I remember Cena getting booed the most was WrestleMania 22, 10 years ago.
Yeah.
And the one in the ECW one I've seen against Van Damme. I mean,
I feel like with Cena is like, they're into it more. But, like, it's like a fun boo.
Oh, well, when John Cena sucks on, that's
with
fun.
With Roman Reigns, it's just like...
We generally hate you.
It's not even like that loud anymore because it's just been getting more and more like just disinterested. Like it's not even like I'm not saying it's loud because there's cheers drowning it. Like when his music hits, you generally hear like a 1 second pop like of just people reacting like oh my god Reigns is here, and then like the people who hate him are like fuck this dude, and then all the boos start coming in. And he gets booed pretty hard for about 3-5 seconds, and then they just kind of taper out, and then it's kind of quiet.
Yeah, that's not good.
Well, not quiet because they blare his music, so you can't hear the reaction. But.
What was I gonna say? Shit, I forgot. What do you think's gonna kick off? What's gonna be the opener? I don't think it'll be the ladder match because you don't want to repeat from last year.
Tag match.
New Day?
Yeah.
Especially
since it's not a title match.
That would make sense to have New Day come out, get the crowd pumped up, I mean, obviously the kickoff matches will be before that. But there is also, I think, another card.
Yeah, let's read that. We're getting long here. Let's get through that one.
Is going to be quite incredible, sir. Very good. Okay. NXT TakeOver Dallas is going to destroy WrestleMania.
Yeah, I'm more excited for that than Mania.
So I'll go with the first match.
Sorry we didn't talk about it as much, but we kind of just got. We've been gone for.
Hey, with 2 weeks, we got to catch up.
Year,
you know, if it's a little,
we had to ramble on the main event.
If it's a little longer
main
than
roster.
if it's a little longer, who cares? We've missed 2 weeks, so we got to catch up. And it's Super Bowl week too. You know. So first match, Apollo Crews. It'll be a good match versus Elias Sampson.
Apollo, he has to get the win.
Especially losing to Corbin.
They've been
in
floundering
London.
with him so much, he has to get it here.
Remember, he lost to Corbin.
Although
in London.
Sampson also would do very well with the win, but
I'm not digging the character though, Sampson.
Yeah,
lately,
Cruz gets it.
Yeah, Cruz gets it. That'll be an interesting match. See how it works. Okay, next match, the first of many debuts: Austin Aries versus Baron Corbin.
Austin.
Yeah, Austin Aries has to go.
Aries got his fluke win already.
And Corbin got the big win at London.
That's what I meant. That's what I meant. Corbin got his fluke win already.
Yeah, he got the big win against Cruz last pay-per-view. It was a while ago. It was like December. The next match, God, all these matches are fucking awesome. They're gonna tear the house down. Okay, NXT Tag Team Championship, the Revival and Dash and Dawson defending their titles against American Alpha. Jason
American Alpha.
And Chad Gable.
Yeah. Did you hear about Kurt Angle? What he said about them?
What did he say?
I forget the context, but Kurt was like, "Oh yeah," he's like, "I'd love to come back and do a WWE thing." He said, "But I can't wrestle full time." And I think he brought up something about Jericho or something, and he's like, "I'd do something like what he does or Brock Lesnar." He's like, "Where I could fight a couple times a year." He said, "A spot I'd really feel like I would fit in with would be with those guys Gable and Jordan." He said. It feels just like Team Angle. I could come in, they could do all the heavy lift working for me, and then I could step in the big moments.
Whew.
How perfect would they be with Kurt Angle?
Oh, it'd be amazing.
Angle America, or Team Angle Alpha, or something like that.
Well, whatever, it'd be incredible, man. That would be super.
Yeah, I remembered that. I forgot about it earlier.
That would be amazing. I am actually looking forward to
that
match.
They're gonna win.
You got pretty much new school versus old school in the Revival. I think that's
the Revival's great too. They don't get enough credit for how good heels they are. Yeah.
They are good tag team. That's gonna put all these matches are gonna steal the show.
But yeah, the faces get the W.
They have to, especially Enzo Cass not getting the titles. You have to give the next big top face group in NXT in Gable and Jordan. Also, another huge, and in my opinion, I think this could be match of the year. In my opinion, I think this could be match of the year. The king of fucking strong style, Shinsuke Nakamura, is fighting Sami Zayn in his last NXT match. What a fucking way to go out. I am pumped up for this. Obviously, you could tell I'm excited for this.
Nakamura gets the win.
I'll tell you what, this won't rival Sasha Bailey emotionally, but match quality, man, this could be a fucking show and a half. And it's going to be emotional for
Do you think
Sami.
they're going to let him fight that style too?
He has to.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
I don't know. The fact they usually don't let the guys who come from Japan wrestle that way. Like they make them adapt. Look at Hideo. Like they made him adapt the style. But they're booking him as the king of strong style. Like they're saying it. So I feel like
the only thing he is not. He's getting different entrance music. That's it. He's keeping his name. He's got the same outfit, everything on the vignettes. Man, that match is gonna be incredible. That could go on for an hour, and I would love it.
He wins.
Yeah, he has to win. Absolutely. I'm just so flabbergasted with that. I can't believe he's here. That's awesome. Now another freaking incredible match. The NXT Women's Championship. Bailey is defending against Asuka. Man, that can also rival match quality with Sasha and Bailey from Brooklyn, dude.
I can't believe that didn't even get nominated for match of the year. That was such a disrespect.
Well,
Taker Lesnar and Hell in a Cell got it over that. Come on,
don't listen. It's
such
stupid.
a shame.
It's stupid.
That was match of the year.
We know
that was a 5-star match of the year.
Greatest match I've ever seen.
Bailey.
You think Bailey's gonna win?
I don't think Bailey's coming up. I know there's a lot of scares that she's gonna come up, and I know a lot of people were nervous that she was gonna be the diva.
Yeah.
This was another reason why I was actually happy to see Eva Marie, because I was like, oh, cool. Bailey's not Bailey. She's not in danger yet. She's still in NXT.
Could have been.
I just think Asuka,
do you think they're gonna have maybe she'll win the next match?
I just feel like
the second
Bailey is an anchor in NXT. I don't think people give her enough credit with how much of a front runner she is in the company. I think she's a big part of WWE's future. I don't just think she's going to be a big diva. I think she's going to be a person that they're going to have to she's going to be a face of the company. She's going to be a Lita or a Trish Stratus, where
I say better than
she's
that, in my
gonna be
opinion.
your the female answer to John Cena on the main roster. She's gonna come out. Fucking little girls are gonna have those little wristbands and everything.
They have the female John Cena and the female Seth
and
Rollins.
she is so likable. Like it is so hard to not like
I love
Bayley.
Bayley so much. She's
like,
so
you can't,
awesome.
dude. The Hey Bailey song they were singing.
They
like,
have a shitload of songs right now. You can write a list, dude. But
I just think she is NXT. She's even more NXT than Finn Balor.
I agree with you. I'm not disagreeing with you at all with that. That's very true.
Her opponent being Asuka, as great as she is, with how important Bayley has made the Divas title in NXT, and not just her. Yeah, not just her, but like Sasha Banks and all them.
Yeah.
They were
Charlotte,
instrumental as well.
Paige.
You can't give it to someone after Bayley drops it. It can't go to someone who doesn't really speak English. With that being such an important part of the show, you need her to come out and cut a lot of promos and stuff like that. You need her to come out and do the talk shows and stuff like that. Not that NXT does too many of them, but you need her to be the vocal leader, not just the in-ring leader.
I agree with you have to say, but in my opinion, I'm picking Bayley here, but I think the next takeover, I think Asuka is going to win the title.
Yeah, I could agree with that, but I just feel like it's not directly after WrestleMania, so it's like, it gives it it's a better time. I don't think this is a good time.
I'll tell you what, I'm not
for the NXT champion to go away for the women. I'll tell you what, I also think Baylor's leaving too.
I'll tell you what, I wouldn't be surprised if Bayley lost, though, to be honest with you.
I'm picking
Bayley.
It's not that I'm like, it would be too crazy.
It's going to be a very thrilling match.
Yeah,
all these matches are going to be. All these matches are just so exciting.
I think I'm looking forward to that match most, even more than Baylor, Joe.
Bayley and Asuka.
Yeah, I think that's my number one.
My number one's Nakamura and Zayn. I think that's going to be. But Bayley and Asuka, you can make an argument for Jordan and Gable and the Revival, too, and Aries and Corbin.
So many good matches.
And now let's go to the main event. The NXT Championship, a rematch from NXT London.
Whoever loses this comes to the main event.
Samoa Joe versus Finn Balor.
Yeah.
I have another bold prediction for you, but
go ahead. I already said it.
So you're saying who are you picking to win?
Joe.
Go first. You're picking Joe to win the title.
I think Bayley wins the women's title, and you get your face happiness there, and I think Joe finally takes out Finn Balor solely because of the Balor Club and them pretty much telling us that the Balor Club is going to the main roster. There's no way the Balor Club's here and they're just going to have him sit around for 8 months while Finn Balor waits till the next takeover to defend the belt. Like, it just won't happen.
I'm picking Balor.
Okay.
And they're both debuting on Raw the next night.
So what are they going to do with the NXT belt?
They've done it before with Owens. Owens had the belt, NXT belt for 3 months.
But he dropped it immediately, didn't he?
3 months. He debuted in May and didn't drop it till July, mid-July.
Why did I feel like he left that?
Remember he dropped it into Tokyo?
Yeah, I felt like that was way quicker. No? I guess not, yeah.
I can see it, man. I'm going to pick Balor.
Either way, I wouldn't
be surprised at Joe either.
I think just the loser debuts after that match.
I'm saying both.
I think it's going to be Balor.
I think both are debuting.
I think Joe's going to stay NXT for a little bit.
I think both are going to debut, and that match kicked ass at London. I think it's going to kick more ass. We're going to see the Demon again. It's been a while, so.
The Demon Kane, right?
Yeah, Demon Kane. I love him.
I actually popped pretty hard when he came out at Raw, the Raw that I was at Philly.
Oh, really?
Like, I was genuinely inside. It's cool to say it. Like, Big Show and Kane, as much as we say they're boring, they're childhood hero. Like, Big Show and Kane, like,
Kane used to be one
when
of my
I was
favorites.
at my peak as a little kid, like, watching wrestling, that was 98 to, like, 2003.
Yeah.
So, like, they were huge back then. Like, not just physically, but as characters in the show. Yeah. So, like, seeing them in real life is cool. Like,
Kane's
and I
awesome.
respect the shit out of Kane and Big Show.
So do I.
Big Show has done more for this company as for like character sacrifices. Like that dude has tarnished what should have been like one of the most dominant Hall of Fame careers.
He's been in a sumo.
That dude did whatever they asked him because he knew it would make people laugh and it was entertainment. So I respect the shit out of Big Show. I hate people chanting Big Show retire. That's so fucked up because if that dude had a fucking heart attack or something, like worst case scenario, and being his size, you know how horrible fans would feel knowing that like one of the truest Hall of Famers they've ever had, his last couple matches, the crowd was chanting retire to him. Like that's so fucked up.
Yeah.
Like as much as you don't like the guy, boo him.
That's all I do.
Don't fucking tell a dude to retire when he's out here risking his life doing stupid moves at 7 foot, 300 something pounds. Yeah. Like, I
agree.
hate that.
See that.
And then Kane too. Kane's just the man. He puts over every young talent ever.
Kane is
to a fault because now it doesn't mean anything if you beat Kane. But Kane did his job.
Kane is the ultimate company. Another ultimate company guy.
Him and Taker, dude. They couldn't have hired two better guys to play brothers.
And Big Show. Big Show too. He's a good company.
And Triple H.
One other thing I want to bring up besides Balor and Joe. Baylor Club is debuting
Yeah.
at TakeOver, definitely. And that's gonna be hype.
That's what I was forgetting. Since we
They're
already
gonna
went through the
cost Joe-
cards,
they're
I
gonna
wanted
cost
to
Joe
ask
the
you
match. Sorry.
who. I know you already kind of said the couple. Who do you think anyone returns, and do you think anyone debuts after? Obviously, people are going to, but I'm saying, who do you think?
At
So, do
Raw?
you think there's any injury returns, and do you think there's any NXT debuts, or just whatever debuts?
Injury returns. Cesaro.
Okay,
I'm thinking
Cesaro comes back.
Cesaro's coming back, and
What do you think about Orton?
he's supposed to be coming back in
I
a
heard
month.
his injury was might have been a little fabricated.
He's supposed to be coming back in a
I
month.
heard that he might have been filming something, so they kind of overplayed his injury. So not after Raw though. For
Orton?
him?
No.
Okay, so Cesaro, you said
And another, I have,
Cesaro, Baylor Club
yeah, I have this for Mania. I have this gut feeling Baylor Club's
at
debuting
Mania. What if they came out and
with
helped
Triple
Shane
H.
O'Mac?
Oh, I'm thinking Triple H.
That could be cool too. Yeah.
Just to that's fantasy. But for Raw,
Oh, what if they waste them on Reigns? Because they'll get booed.
wait, Baylor Club will get booed?
Yeah, if
if he
they
helps
try and make
Reigns?
them a face and they come out and
that's
help
terrible.
because of the Shield
Oh no.
I'm
no.
just saying,
Oh, God, no.
I don't think it's going to happen,
God,
but I'm
that-
saying it's a possibility.
Oh man, that makes me sick.
Because they know how popular Finn Balor is, so they might be like, oh, maybe we can help him. People aren't going to boo the Demon coming out, and then he comes out and helps Reigns. They'll get booed.
I'd boo the shit out of him.
I know, that would
Vince,
suck,
Finn's
dude.
my favorite.
Yeah, that would suck. That's
That-
a possibility, though. That's
that-
not one I considered prior to
that'd
just
be
now, but
fucking
that would
terrible.
suck. Yeah.
Oh.
That's not going to happen, though. There's no
No,
way.
there can't.
Yeah, that can't happen.
God, it can though. Come on, man! You gotta realize it's Vince McMahon. He's a dumbass right now. Baylor Club debuts. Cesaro comes back, and I'm gonna say Enzo and Cass too.
And Joe, you said as
And
well,
Joe,
you think?
and
Yeah.
Joe. I think it's gonna be a lot of debuts because they need
No
roster.
divas?
No.
Okay.
Well, they already got Eva Marie and Emma back.
True,
so
yeah.
You gotta realize that.
Oh, you think Emma's going to be main roster permanent now?
Absolutely, she fucking deserves it.
Yeah, I definitely.
sorry for the
But
lack of it,
I could still just see her being
Well, she can
a
flip
role
flop.
player.
She can
yeah.
flip flop, but I think Emma could be such a top player.
She
in
could
this
be a Divas champ, dude, easily.
easily. Oh, another rumor I heard. There's rumors that they may be changing the Women's Championship.
That'd be cool.
That'd be really cool.
Apparently, Ronda Rousey came out and said she's already kind of said that she wants to wrestle.
Yeah,
in women,
WWE.
But she specifically said, "I want the Divas title" or something like that. Apparently,
yeah?
recently, yeah, someone was telling me. so
Very
that'd be
cool. That'd be very cool.
All right, we good to wrap this one up?
Yeah,
We
man,
got everything.
I think we got
Yeah.
it. We got
it's a little
enough.
long show, but
Well, we had to catch up, and this
Yeah.
is. I mean, it was the go home
And
show
it's
for
Mania,
Mania
yeah.
and NXT Takeover Dallas, and plus the WWE Hall of Fame. There's a lot of shit going on.
Yeah, we'll
And we'll try to maybe do a podcast.
Yeah, maybe we can do one after Takeover. Maybe, who knows?
Maybe we'll see. Yeah.
Well, I'll try and have this uploaded.
I'll probably be.
This will probably be uploaded
just
tomorrow,
Gonna,
which
just
will
gonna
be
leave it out
Thursday.
there. I'm gonna be drunk as shit for
Yeah.
both of them. Gonna be completely honest with you. I was for the Rumble. Remember that?
Yeah. All right, guys. Thank you for watching the video. We beg you to like this video, like our other videos. Subscribe to our page.
Make us look strong.
Yeah, subscribe to our page. Give us a thumbs up on here.
Leave a comment.
Really, really helps us out. Comment.
Comment what you think about WrestleMania, NXT Takeover Dallas.
You can
the Hall of
follow.
Fame.
You can follow us on Twitter. Steve's Twitter is
Stephen Herman 10.
You can follow Nick, our other co-host. He hasn't been on here for a while, but he is still alive. We're just letting you know. It's Snick,
Yep.
ITSSNICK. You can't follow me. I don't have a Twitter, but you can follow our collective Twitter page at the Smark Show.
That's right.
Steve posts a lot of polls on there all the time. Hundreds of people reply to them.
It's
so
insane.
Yeah, it's
and we get great feedback. Like even when I live tweet, a lot of
here
people
you
come
go.
back.
Instead of following me on Twitter, you can follow my Twitch stream.
There you go.
Yeah, I just started a Twitch. I don't really play Xbox that much anymore, but I'm on at night a lot, so you can watch me play Hitman, some WWE,
Very
Rocket
cool.
League, bunch of different things.
Rocket League's the shit.
It's
by
my
the way.
gamer tag.
I need to get that game.
It's the Bull Pookie is my gamer tag.
That's you.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's DABUHLPOOKIE on Twitter. And it's the same thing at Twitch. It's twitch.tv/thebullpookie.
I was wondering who the hell that
yeah.
guy was.
That's
because I saw he was promoting
yeah, I
us.
didn't
I'm
tell
like,
Steve I was promoting our page.
oh man, you're clever.
Yeah,
Jesus.
so check that out instead of my Twitter page. You can also go to our Facebook group. We have
give us a fresh like.
We have a Tumblr, the Smark Show. We went on all the social media platforms.
Yeah.
I know we're
Fuck,
sorry
we
this
should
is
make an Instagram too.
Yeah, sorry this is overwhelming. We're plugging fucking 15 different websites right here, but we just want people to hear our message.
And we will be live tweeting NXT Takeover and
Well,
WrestleMania.
Steve will.
I will.
Yeah.
Probably really drunk too.
I will not.
I'll try.
All right. Well, until we won't talk to you guys until after WrestleMania. So fingers crossed, everybody out there, that us wrestling fans come out of this happy.
Maybe we do one before Mania. We'll see what happens.
As Steve said, this is
a do or die situation.
Huge moment in the company's history. Like, this is going to be a night that I feel like it's going to be talked about for a long time. Yeah, this could
be a really good pay-per-view or fucking shit.
This could be the culmination of the next John Cena, like the next 10 years, or it could be the company redoing their game plan 100%. You know, a lot of stuff.
Fingers crossed. Hope we get a good show. That's all you can expect out of it.
All right, thank you for tuning in, everybody. We will see you next time.
Peace out.